We all expect US presidents to be poised, polished, and perfect under pressure. But when you put someone in the spotlight 24/7, the slip-ups are inevitable. And sometimes, those mistakes become global headlines, memes, scandals, and awkward moments that even FBI can't fully erase. First on our list, we have the Dear President George Bush. In Baghdad, just weeks before leaving office, George W. Bush stands before the press. Suddenly, an Iraqi journalist named Muntadar al-Zaidi yells in Arabic, whips off his shoe, and hurls it straight at the president's head. Bush ducked both throws with quick reflexes, then tried to play it off with humor, calling it one of the weirdest things to happen to him.
It's a way for people to draw, attention. I don't know what the guy's cause is.
The video obviously went viral worldwide. For some, it was comedy. For others, it was a symbol of deep resentment toward US policy. Bush left office a month later, but the image of the flying shoe followed him for years. Next, we have Barack Obama, the coolest president ever, in my opinion. January 2013, Barack Obama is in the White House announcing his nominations for a second-term cabinet. It's the usual polished delivery until nature intervenes. A fly lands on his forehead. Not a quick pass by, the fly stayed comfortably there, and the president, such professional he was, kept talking as if nothing happened. It turned into memes very quickly. Some praised his composure. Others joked that even flies were drawn to Washington politics. The moment became a symbol for how even the most controlled public figure can't control everything. Next, we're in July 2024. At a NATO summit in Washington, President Biden takes the stage alongside Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. But in one sentence, the mood shifts. Instead of saying President Zelensky, Biden calls him President Putin.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin.
Just imagine the mood at that moment. Critics called it a diplomatic nightmare, confusing an ally's leader with the man waging war against them. And the big problem, it wasn't even the first time. Biden was known for such mistakes. He again gone viral for saying COVID lasted 100 years and for stumbling over massive numbers in speeches.
It's taken more than 100 years. Look.
Supporters see it as harmless verbal stumbles. Opponents see it as proof of declining sharpness. Eventually, the gaffes have become part of his presidential identity, now placed to the only and unique Ronald Reagan. During a sound check before a radio speech, Ronald Reagan decided to crack a joke.
I've signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes.
It was meant to be off-the-record humor, but the audio leaked. And, of course, Soviet media erupted in outrage, treating it as a threat. The White House had to reassure the world that no, the US was not about to start a nuclear war. That was a reminder for Reagan that in the nuclear age, even jokes could have geopolitical consequences. Still, supporters saw it as vintage Reagan. Sharp, confident, and willing to poke at America's biggest rival. All these moments show something most official portraits don't. Presidents are still just people. They get distracted, they misspeak, they misjudge the room. But when you're the most watched person on Earth, a second of awkwardness can live forever. And these are just a few. Presidential history is filled with gaffes, blunders, and bizarre moments you'd never believe until you see them.